We are learning new details about what suspected shooter James Holmes was doing in the weeks leading up to the massacre, and an emotional visit by Batman star Christian Bale to the shooting victims. ABC's Dan Harris is at the hospital where Bale visited those patients yesterday. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, Robin, good morning to you. By all accounts, this is something that Christian Bale did entirely on his own. He was not here representing his movie studio. He did not hold a press conference. Nonetheless, he created a sensation. The man who plays the Dark Knight in the film, playing the White Knight in real life, swooping in to visit with the people who got shot just because they wanted to see him be Batman on screen. Christian Bale and his wife making a surprise visit to Aurora, laying flowers at the makeshift memorial outside the theater, and spending 2.5 hours at the hospital, meeting with doctors, first responders, and 7 of the wounded.
It was very emotional for them to see him in person, and they all very much enjoyed his visit.
Bale specifically asked the hospital not to alert the media. But news leaked pretty quickly on Twitter, and when patients started posting pictures online, it lit up this anguished city. Meanwhile, we're learning more this morning about the actions of the suspect James Holmes in the weeks before the massacre. ABC News has learned that on June 7th, hours after he took a key oral exam at the University of Colorado, which, according to our local station KMGH, he failed, Holmes went to a store and bought a high-powered rifle, adding it to his growing arsenal. 3 days later, he dropped out of the program with no explanation. Experts say it is possible that Holmes had an underlying mental illness that was triggered by the stress of failure.
All of those things could actually make a dormant schizophrenia come out relatively quickly.
Using the types of guns Holmes allegedly acquired requires training and practice, and law enforcement officials are now trying to figure out where and with whom Holmes may have learned how to use his weapons. On a more hopeful note this morning, these new pictures. New life amidst all the horror. This is Hugo Medley. His mom, who survived the shooting unscathed, gave birth in the same hospital where her husband, Hugo's dad, is recovering from his gunshot wounds.
We know he's a fighter. We know that he's not going to stay out of that child's life for any length of time if he can avoid it.
According to his family, the baby's father is getting better every day. In fact, they say when they brought the baby into his dad's hospital room for the first time, his pulse went up and he moved his hand as if to reach for his new son, who, by the way, Robin, is named after the famous character in the ABC show Lost.
Oh, my goodness. We needed that bit of good news right there, Dan. Thanks very much.
That is a big reason to pull through.